Hello there, my lovely people. Can you feel it? Just imagine stepping off the plane. The warm tropical air wraps around you like a big friendly hug. That's the feeling of Jamaica. It hits you straight away. The sweet scent of ripe mangoes and frangipani flowers fills the air. You can hear the distant, gentle rhythm of a reggae beat. It's a sound that seems to rise right from the soul of the island itself. This isn't just a holiday destination, my friends. Oh no. This is an experience, a full-on sensory explosion. And where does that journey truly begin? Well, it starts with the food, of course. It's the heart and soul of this beautiful place, telling a story in every single bite you take. Now let's talk about the king of Jamaican cuisine, jerk. When you think of Jamaican food, what's the first thing that pops into your head? It's gotta be jerk chicken, hasn't it? That smoky, spicy, and oh-so-delicious flavor is famous all over the world. But here in Jamaica, it's more than just a dish, it's a tradition, a craft, an art form passed down through generations. The secret is in the marinade, a fiery blend of Scotch bonnet peppers, allspice, we call it pimento here, thyme, scallions, and a whole host of other secret spices. It's a flavor that dances on your tongue, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of heat, and a whole lot of soul. The history of jerk is just fascinating. It goes all the way back to the Maroons, who were escaped African slaves. They found refuge in the rugged Blue Mountains of Jamaica. To survive, they developed a unique way of cooking wild boar. They would marinate the meat in a blend of native spices and then cook it slowly over a fire made from pimento wood. Finding a good jerk spot is a real adventure. You don't look for a fancy restaurant, oh no. You follow your nose. You look for the plumes of smoke rising from a roadside jerk pan. The jerk man is a master of his craft. He knows exactly how long to cook the chicken, turning it carefully until the skin is crispy and charred and the meat inside is juicy and tender. Let's move on to Jamaica's national dish, something truly unique and absolutely delicious, ackee and saltfish. Now, if you've never heard of ackee, you're in for a treat. It's a fruit, but we cook it like a vegetable. When it's cooked, it looks a bit like scrambled eggs, but the flavor is something else entirely. It's creamy, delicate, and slightly nutty. Paired with savory saltfish, which is salted cod, sautéed with onions, sweet peppers, and a hint of Scotch bonnet, it's a match made in culinary heaven. It's a dish that represents the beautiful fusion of cultures that makes Jamaica so special. It's a plate full of history, my friends. The story of this dish is the story of Jamaica itself. The ackee fruit was brought to the island from West Africa, likely on slave ships, in the 18th century. Its name even comes from the Akan language. The saltfish, on the other hand, came from the opposite direction. It was brought over from the cold waters of North America, from places like Canada. It was a cheap and long-lasting source of protein that was used to feed the enslaved population. Oh, the Jamaican patty! It's a golden, flaky parcel of pure joy. If you need a quick, delicious, and satisfying snack on the go, the patty is your best friend. It's a handheld masterpiece, a savory turnover with a beautiful turmeric-tinted crust. Inside, you'll find a variety of fillings, but the classic is spicy minced beef. The patty has a fascinating history, just like so many other Jamaican foods. Its origins can be traced back to the Cornish pasty, which was introduced to the island by English colonizers. But of course, Jamaicans took that idea and made it their own, infusing it with their own spices and flavors. They added Scotch bonnet pepper for that signature heat and other local seasonings to create the fillings we know and love today. You can find patties everywhere in Jamaica. There are famous chains like Juicy Patties and Tasty, where you'll see people lining up at all times of the day. But you'll also find them being sold at little roadside stands, in bakeries, and even at corner shops. And the fillings. While spicy beef is the original, you can now find so many other varieties. There's chicken, shrimp, lobster, vegetable, and even ackee patties. There's a patty for every mood and every palate. To truly understand the heart of Jamaican food, you have to hit the streets. That's where the real magic happens, my friends. Forget fancy restaurants with white tablecloths for a moment. The soul of Jamaican cooking lives and breathes on the roadside, at bustling street corners, and at lively night markets. This is food for the people, by the people. One of the most popular street food snacks you'll find is roasted corn. But this isn't just any old corn on the cob. It's roasted over hot coals until the kernels are slightly charred and smoky. Then there's pan chicken. It's kinda like jerk chicken, but cooked faster on a grill, often a makeshift one on the side of the road, and served with a tangy, peppery sauce. It's honestly the perfect late-night snack after a night out dancing. You'll also see vendors selling big pots of soup, bubbling away over an open fire. On a Saturday, it's often mannish water, a hearty goat soup famous for being an aphrodisiac. It's full of flavor with chunks of goat meat, vegetables, and spinners. Those are little dumplings. And we can't forget the sweet treats. You'll find vendors selling grater cake, a sweet confection made from grated coconut and sugar, often colored bright pink and white. There's also gizzata, a small tart with a pinched crust filled with a sweet and spicy coconut filling. If the streets are the heart of Jamaican food, then the markets are its lifeblood. Oh, you have to visit a Jamaican market. Coronation Market in downtown Kingston is the largest and most famous on the island. They call it the stomach of Jamaica, and when you get there, you'll understand why. It's a sprawling, bustling, and wonderfully chaotic place. It's a feast for the eyes, the nose, and the ears. The air is thick with the sweet smell of ripe fruit, the earthy scent of yams and potatoes, and the pungent aroma of spices. The sheer variety of produce is just breathtaking. You'll see mountains of leafy green callaloo, piles of bright orange Scotch bonnet peppers, and knobbly yams bigger than your arm. The vendors are experts in their trade. They can tell you exactly when a mango is perfectly ripe or which type of yam is best for roasting. They have a deep connection to the land and the food it produces. You'll also find a whole section dedicated to spices and homemade remedies. Here you can buy freshly grated nutmeg, bundles of thyme and scallion, and of course pimento berries, the key ingredient in jerk. In Jamaica, food and music are like two peas in a pod. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. The rhythm of reggae and dancehall is the soundtrack to life here, and it's a rhythm you can feel in the kitchen too. Think about the steady, patient rhythm of slow cooking a pot of stew. Think about the quick, energetic chop 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 of preparing vegetables. It's all connected. Reggae music, with its message of one love made famous by the legendary Bob Marley, embodies the spirit of Jamaican hospitality. It's a music that brings people together. And so does food. Then you have dancehall, the high-energy younger cousin of reggae. Dancehall is the sound of the streets, the sound of the party. It's bold, it's vibrant, and it's full of life. Even the way food is celebrated in festivals is tied to music and dance. Take the annual carnival, for example. It's a spectacular explosion of color, music, and energy. People dance through the streets in elaborate costumes, following trucks blasting soca and dancehall music. And what fuels all that dancing? Food, of course. It's a perfect example of how food, music, and celebration are woven together into the fabric of Jamaican culture. Family is everything in Jamaica, and food is the glue that holds it all together. The Sunday dinner is a sacred tradition in many Jamaican households. It's the one meal of the week where the whole family tries to gather around the table. It's a time to catch up, share stories, and just be together. And the meal itself is usually a grand affair. It's not just one dish, it's a feast. The preparation of these big family meals is a communal activity. The kitchen becomes the heart of the home, filled with laughter and chatter. The older generations, the grandmothers and mothers, pass down their recipes and techniques to the younger ones. They don't use measuring cups or scales. Oh no, they cook by instinct, by feel, by taste. A little bit of this, a pinch of that. It's a skill learned through years of practice and a whole lot of love. Festivals and celebrations are also centered around food. Christmas in Jamaica is a particularly special time. The preparations start weeks in advance with the making of the Christmas cake. This isn't your average fruit cake. When you visit a Jamaican home, the first thing you'll be offered is something to eat or drink. It's a sign of welcome, of hospitality. This culture of sharing and generosity is what makes the Jamaican spirit so beautiful. So what is it about Jamaica that captures your heart and never lets go? I think it's the flavor. And I don't just mean the flavor of the food. I mean the flavor of the culture, the people, the music, the landscape. It's a flavor that is bold, complex, and full of soul. It's the fiery kick of a Scotch bonnet pepper, the warm embrace of allspice, the sweet melody of a reggae song, and the brilliant warmth of a Caribbean sunset, all rolled into one. Jamaican food is a storybook. Every dish tells a tale of the island's history, its struggles, and its triumphs. It speaks of the Taino people who first inhabited the land, the Spanish and British colonizers, the African ancestors who brought their culinary traditions and resilience, and the Indian and Chinese immigrants who added their own spices to the pot. It's a true melting pot cuisine, a testament to the island's motto, "Out of many, one people." The power of Jamaican food and culture lies in its ability to bring people together. It doesn't matter where you come from or what language you speak. When you sit down to share a plate of jerk chicken or a bowl of pepper pot soup, you are part of the community. And so, as our little 10-minute trip comes to an end, I hope you feel a little bit of that Jamaican sunshine in your heart. I hope you're inspired to seek out these amazing flavors, whether it's in your own kitchen or on a trip to this incredible island. Because Jamaican culture, with its vibrant food, infectious music, and indomitable spirit, has a special kind of magic. It's a magic that nourishes the body, uplifts the spirit, and leaves you with a smile on your face and a lingering taste of spice on your tongue. It's a flavor that once you've experienced it, you'll never, ever forget. Walk good, my friends.